up, people? Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, come closer, my father. LA, you want to spend 90 billion of our money to send people to Mecca? 90 billion of FLC Hajj. It's a lie. Wallahi, it's not a lie. The Tinubu's administration wants to spend 90 billion naira to send Muslim pilgrims to Hajj.
The president approved the release of 90 billion naira to subsidize the cost of pilgrimage for this year's Hajj.
That is $60 million. Usually they pay for Christians to go to Jerusalem, but there's a war going on in Israel. How many times do we need to tell you stop mixing government with religion? Nigerian government has no business subsidizing any pilgrim, whether Christian or Muslim. If anybody wants to go on pilgrimage, they should sponsor themselves. Religion is a private something. Why will you take money meant for the development of a nation to pay for flight tickets of people to Hajj? $60 million for you want to use $60 million to pay for hotel accommodation and flight ticket to Hajj. And just like that, $60 million is gone. Money that can build us better hospitals than we currently have in the entire country. That money will power all our general hospitals in Nigeria that are always losing power.
Mosquitoes being killed in an incubator where prematurely born infants are managed at the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. The ward is in total darkness and all equipment that require electricity to function are powered down. The father of a deceased infant had spoken, claiming that the hospital's power problems led to the death of his child and others.
Imagine NEPA taking light when doctors are doing operation. And in case you think you are doing this for God, I spoke with God, and just so you know, he is not happy with this your arrangement. He would rather that you develop your own country so that people will now pay money to come to your own country. As in, what is wrong in people from all over the world coming to see Nigeria, the giants of Africa? People should be wanting to come and taste our food, meet our fashion designers, saying as we are the most fashionable country in the world. Hello, there is no other country I know that subsidizes religious pilgrimage to another country except us. They don't have two heads in Saudi Arabia, by the way, or in Jerusalem. They developed their own countries and they commercialized the historic religious sites in order to attract huge tourism. Every year, Israel makes about $8 billion from tourism. 1.5 billion of that is from pilgrims. Billions, not millions. Dollars, not naira. Every year, Saudi Arabia makes between 10 to 15 billion dollars from the Hajj. Hey, father! Plus another 4 to 5 billion dollars from the Umrah. That is the minor pilgrimage. We are already looking at between 15 to 20 billion dollars per year, like Belaiso. They call it the holy business. And 60 million of that money is about to come from the Nigerian government. In this economy, when people are talking about hardship, what happened to commercializing our own pre-colonial religions? I can already see a lot of people getting turned off. Please don't write me asking if I'm still a Christian, if I'm a backslider. How can you talk like this? I am a Christian. I'm not threatened that people are having their festival. No, I'm not talking about promoting anything that is harmful. I'm talking about things that showcase who we are. If you go to Japan, if you go to China, they keep their culture. Haven't you seen the Rio Festival in Brazil that showcases Yoruba culture? Pay tribute to Yoruba gods like Oduduwa, Shango, Yemoja. That festival alone attracts millions of people every day. You have more than 2 million people lining the streets of Rio to see Yoruba culture being displayed as part of the Rio Festival. They did not steal our culture. These are the descendants of Yoruba that were taken to Brazil as slaves. Do you know that this 8 to 10 days carnival generates billions of dollars every year? They estimated $9 billion just for this year alone, within like 8 days. That doesn't mean they don't have Christians, they don't have Muslims. They just allow everybody to coexist in peace. Meanwhile, we have demonized anything that has to do with the Yoruba traditional religion. It is part of our history. We can't just throw everything out because the same white people that told us that it is terrible have so many of our deities, so many of our gods, you know, all those statues in their museum, making big money off of what we burn down in Nigeria.
The Kingdom of Benin in today's Nigeria, the Oba, was a thorn in the side of the British. The British launched a punitive expedition by a force of 1,200 soldiers, burned down towns and villages, massacring local residents. They began looting its monuments. Thousands of valuable artifacts were stolen, shipped to Europe, and distributed to its major museums.
Are you going to tell me there are no Christians and Muslims in Lagos? That is where they do the Eyo festival. It attracts tourism. Very colorful. People come to see. Are you going to tell me that they don't have Christians and Muslims where they are doing the Yam festival in different parts of Igbo land? But they allow people to do their things. And have you heard about one festival in Shao? It doesn't mean they don't have Christians and Muslims in Shao, but they allow people to do their festival. And the masquerade festivals, you don't have a problem with that. People can also come to our own country to see our culture, especially before colonization. Did you hear that some imams in Ilorin did not allow traditional worshippers to celebrate the Isheshe festival? I mean, the audacity for them to say somebody else cannot practice their own religion in a country that allows multi-religion. Muslims are allowed to celebrate in Ilorin. Christians are allowed to celebrate, but traditional worshippers were not allowed to celebrate. The one that broke my heart is that a lot of Christians in Ilorin were quiet when these traditional worshippers were being mistreated. Me, I was hoping to see in the news that Christians went to this woman's house, they surrounded her house, they said nobody should come and threaten her. I was really hoping to see something like that, because when Muslims start harassing Christians in Ilorin, these same Christians, they would want the whole world to fight for them. But you did not fight for the weaker population, which is the traditional worshippers. In fact, that is where you were supposed to show the love of God. You can't say that we have religious tolerance when some religions are being put aside. And by the way, we don't even need to have any historic religious site to make money in tourism in Nigeria. I mean, last year, America made $190 billion from tourism. China made 154 billion from tourism last year. We are the largest country in Africa, population-wise. There's nothing wrong if we are making $100 billion from tourism, and we can do it. Let's develop our country, fix our roads, give us stable electricity, running water, upgrade our clinics and hospitals, take care of our historic sites, upgrade all the museums that we have, build a nice museum in honor of the Biafran War. There should be a money museum that will showcase all our currencies since the days of Kobo. What am I even saying? Even before colonization, the days of cowries, there should be a museum that showcases all the tribes that we have in Nigeria with all their dressings, all their food, all their culture. We should invest in showcasing the religions that we have before colonization. Invest in made in Nigeria products. Aba market. Fix all our schools from primary to university. Make them of international standard. More importantly, ensure security across the country. Do you know how many Nigerians abroad would gladly send their children to attend secondary school in Nigeria just so that they can be immersed in their culture? So many parents did that. A lot of parents are still doing it, but not on the scale that people want to. There are so many more that would love to, but they're just concerned about insecurity. People should be coming to study in Nigeria. We should have international students trying to enter Nigeria, applying for Nigerian visa, getting denied, like we get denied for American visa until they apply again. Even that one alone will make a lot of money from people trying to come to Nigeria. Do you know how much America makes off of people that are trying to enter America? The same thing with the UK. Do you know how much money the UK makes off of Nigerians that are trying to enter the UK? If we develop our roads, develop our schools, and we ensure security from different parts of Africa, they will start applying for Nigerian visa left and right. In any case, we will continue to preach this. Hajj Tinubu, I hope with this point of mine, you will reconsider instead of spending this 90 billion naira on the trip to Hajj. Baba, Kamla, it is paining me in my Soroko soon. Let us use that money to develop our country. Stop sending people to Jerusalem as well. Having said all that, if you are yet to tour Nigeria, you are yet to experience Nigeria, you can at least experience Nigerian delicacies. If you live in America, visit Tundelani shop on Amazon. They sent me amala, plantain flour, deliciously coated peanuts, dates, and dodoikiri from their Amazon store. I mean, I'm trying to get in shape, but how do you say no to amala Tundelani? Maybe after we finish this. I'm like, okay. So if you live in the US, visit Tunde Learning and Farms on Amazon. The link is in the description below. I'll have it on the screen as well. You can also order from qualityafricanfoods.com. That is their distributor in Florida, and it's actually cheaper to get it from there, okay? And you can also own a piece of land for farming purposes, as in this is rainy season. They have started planning you. So if you like to buy land, visit their website. All the links is in the description below. Own a piece of land that they will now rent from you to cultivate cassava while the value of your land is appreciating. All right, y'all, it's been real, and I'm keeping it right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time, I must see you all later.